Hey everybody, what's good? And welcome to the Everyday Beam Struggle. We do whatever the
Yes, sir.
we want to do. I was waiting for it. I kept on doing it, waiting for the screen, bro. You're late, bro. I didn't like that.
Well, because the thing is, right, you pointed it out to me. Hey, fuck you, first and foremost. Second of all, I didn't realize that I do it every time until you pointed it out to me. So this time I didn't think to do it because it's not like I was doing that intentionally. But then I remembered I do be doing it every time. So let me hit the button.
Yeah, I wasn't even flaming. It was just like it happens. It's a thing now. So you got to come correct, brother.
You spit.
Hey.
You spitting.
Yeah, how you guys doing? We're out. Rhymathy. Rhyme is living his best life. We have 1/4 of Omega. Omega sick. Hashtag rest in peace for Omega. I'm just kidding. He's good. We love him. We love him.
He's right here.
We love him.
COVID did not get my boy.
They had a narrative that I was stealing a technology from Omega or something, so I was a little mad, bro. That's all it was, bro.
It ain't no narrative, nigga. This is
It was. I didn't steal it. I just wanted the best. I've never lied. I never lied about the fact that I have stolen your speech. I have taken your speech and embodied it. I don't care, but I wouldn't do it for technology, bro.
Okay. Yeah, you just want the best, right?
Yes, that's it.
And if it one-ups me, that's just a coincidence.
Yeah. You know, I want the best, just like the same guy who played in Creed, Jonathan. What is it, Jonathan Majors. Yeah, I wanted the best, but then I found out the best was kind of crazy because then you get caught up for something that is not the case anymore.
Allegedly, because it came out that he assaulted and strangled a woman who is now like recanting those statements. So it's kind of like, well, we don't really know for sure what happened, but. Yeah, he's under fire right now. And as you know, Twitter has already decided in a court of law, of course, that he is in fact guilty no matter what. But we'll see what actually happens.
I'm gonna post a tweet in here.
Charges were dropped.
Yes.
Yeah. But usually, like, even if charges are dropped, that's not really like an indication of whether or not he did it or not.
The tweet I just linked is the Twitter consensus is that Marvel money came through.
Yeah, I also feel like the thing is on the police report, when like the police like investigated it, she did have signs of like a head injury and like strangulation marks on her neck. So regardless of like whether or not he did it, somebody hurt that girl. So yeah, that's all we really know. And then there's also like accounts coming out from like people that like have tweeted, and this is like weeks in the past. About like, oh, it hurts them to see Jonathan Majors getting like his dick written on the internet because they know about his violent outbursts or whatever. And now like people are finding out about these tweets. So like there's like some things lining up. But at the end of the day, we don't really know shit as of this moment right now.
At the end of the day, it's night.
Damn.
I'm gonna hit you.
That was deep. That was deep. But yeah, man, look, if this shit is true, that's like
opening, grand closing.
Like, oh my God, like he was.
Dude, if it is true, it has to be like some steroid roid rage situation, because it wouldn't make any other sense why he would just do that at the peak.
I didn't think about that
imagine this was
as
way
a possibility, but you might be onto something.
What you say, Moon?
Tony, I think it's 54.
Because you said Omega mentioned that people said like they mentioned this in the past, like he has like a tendency for something like this.
Yeah.
So I feel like this had to have been occurring way before he started training for Creed.
Sure.
It's fucked up too because like I remember shit actually on this podcast. You could probably see it from an episode or two ago. I know I brought up the fact that he talked about like what masculinity means and shit like that, and I was like, yo, this is like a really good message to send to men about like what masculinity should be and what it is. And then you find out that, oh, this nigga like could potentially be doing shit like this, and it's like, God, like, do we have nobody? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's so difficult to put your faith in literally anyone these days, because
when
it seems like someone's like straight up, they turn around and
Again, I think that calls back to our first episode where we talked about like following someone and like don't follow nobody. You don't know what they doing.
You spin.
I mean, but I don't know. Like if this is the situation to where he is completely innocent, nothing happened, and then makes you look at the people that were saying the producers, right, that came out saying he's aggressive and shit like that. It's like, okay, so this got to be a lesson for this dude that like people are, you know what I'm saying? Like, if that's not the case.
The thing is, it wasn't that they tweeted it after that. These were tweets from like weeks ago. Before
hey, OJ, thank you so much for 5 motherfucking months. Appreciate you.
Yeah, that's why it kind of.
Thank you, King. Breaks out.
Like, damn,
Ding
like,
dongs, appreciate it.
Like knew about this type of shit before.
Nah, I hear that.
But yeah, man, I don't know. That's just extremely fucked up. I hope the victim heals properly from all this. And if they did give her a bag, look, man, I hope she enjoys that.
I would say if that is what happened, that's the choice she made. Go ahead, live your best life, shorty.
With the chart, not that the concern should be fucking Marvel shit here, but with the charges dropped and all that, Marvel hadn't pulled him yet, so he probably stays.
Yeah,
I would assume.
Hey, corner. My bad.
I'm just waiting with the hopes that he's innocent so I can make the variant jokes because they're there. They're just waiting to be used. I can't say them yet though.
That's what you had people.
It's not funny.
You had people who were like accepting that he would that he did that shit, but they were like, but how are they going to replace Kang and Marvel? I was like, you talking about the show like explicitly based around multiverses and variants right now?
Yeah.
Like how on earth could you possibly replace that guy and make it make sense?
Even so, y'all remember War Machine? That nigga wasn't the same nigga before.
Bro, now that was so blatant too, because I was before like I really had a grasp of like who was the cast in like Iron Man, right? Because I remember like I don't remember the actor's name, but the first person who was War Machine in Iron Man, who was that?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all remember Aunt Viv and Fresh Prince?
Yo,
that too.
that was
Or,
wild.
what was little shorty name in My Wife and Kids? The daughter, Claire.
Oh,
think
dude.
so.
Well, did you guys see that in an interview? She was like, "Yeah, they told me it was your fault, Will." I was like,
Wait, really?
"Hey, yo."
We were?
The Fresh Prince shit. Yeah.
Oh
Just
yeah, they
me.
did a whole Fresh Prince reunion thing, and
Will,
they talked
yeah.
about it because it was Will's fault.
What happened
Wait,
with
how?
that?
Wait, how? I didn't hear that.
That's news
Because
to me.
like I think like some bullshit like Will had like a big ass ego, like he didn't want her to get like paid more or something, so like they had like beef on set or whatever the fuck. I don't remember the specifics about it, but yeah, it was some bullshit about like getting paid and Will wanting to be the star or some bullshit like
Which
that.
is crazy because that is very similar to what happened to Iron Man.
That was
not Robert Downey Jr., but the actor. The reason he got recast is because he was like, "Well, I should be making more than Robert Downey Jr. or just as much." And they're like, "Well, we're not going to do that." And then he's like, "Then I'm not doing the movie." Okay, bye.
Well, I mean, the 90s, it might still happen now too, but that was still like the tail end of an era where women asking to be paid as much as male counterparts was just like, they're like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Because that was like the first blonde girl on, not to go way back, but the first blonde girl on Three's Company had that thing where she wanted to get paid as much as like the other stars were, and they were like, nope, you're gone, and they just hired a different blonde girl.
Yeah, and I think it was really bad too because Aunt Viv was like pregnant at that time where they replaced her. So it was like it just added insult to injury with the whole.
I didn't even know that. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's
I think they replaced her after.
Yeah, some bullshit.
Like after she gave birth.
Because she was working on the show while pregnant, and then they replaced her afterwards.
Yeah.
But going back to the Marvel thing, it kind of puts it into perspective as to like how crazy it was that they did like 4 phases of the MCU pretty much, and none of the main MCU stars like ever got into any serious drama like that.
Like the closest one was probably Chris Pratt.
what do you do?
That or like
The-
Robert Downey Jr. maybe.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, Robert Downey Jr., but that was because of past things,
Yeah.
not anything during. And the
Right,
Chris Pratt
right.
thing is that people were like, because of his religious beliefs and where he donates to, that kind of thing. If
Gotcha.
I'm remembering right, I could be wrong.
Yeah, they
I
found
could
out
be
Chris
wrong.
Pratt was like kind of MAGA, and his brother was a cop and shit, and they were trying to dig that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's and again, I could be misremembering, but I swore what I heard.
Yeah. Fair enough. True.
Yeah.
End of the day, chat, form your own opinions. Don't hang on to anybody. Don't base your opinion and your personality of anybody else.
AOF, they're telling you to turn down the game audio.
Oh, why does it always happen like this, bro? All right. I'm gonna be honest. Hold on. Where's the game? Bro, I'm selling. All right. I don't know what the fuck happened this week. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I was
Alright,
like in a hyper tunnel train
Alright,
with
there's-
moving, dude. Have you ever moved shit upstairs? That shit is ass. That is
Yes.
awful.
Especially
Yes.
My back
furniture.
still hurts.
That's why you pay someone.
bro.
Have you ever been 12 years old trying to move a couch up to the 3rd floor of an apartment building while your father yells at you?
No.
Yes.
The father yelling at you
but-
is that
okay,
added layer we needed to make it real.
Bear in mind, my father is a great man. Let me make that clear. But like, we've moved a lot growing up, and like, you know, at the age of 12, I'm not that strong, but he ain't got no one else to help. So making sure I don't drop the sofa down the stairs was a very tall order.
While
for a
your
12
father yells at you is the added layer that story needed to make it real. I'm glad you threw that.
I wasn't buying it for a little bit.
Yeah,
Ben,
no,
I dropped that
haven't
shit.
been paying attention to,
Yeah,
like
me
social
neither.
media and shit.
Well, there was 6ix9ine getting jumped in a goddamn.
Yo,
LA
yes,
Fitness.
dude. Homie
That
broke
shit
his
was
ribs. That shit was
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's a long time coming.
They beat the Lucky Charms out that boy. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Initially, people thought it was like a stunt, just to get like.
Nah, son. They wrecked him.
Yeah, I didn't believe it until I saw like the stomp, and I was like, oh yeah, they scrapping.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't have like any opinion on hating a dude for snitching or whatever. I don't even feign that life. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about it like that. But I don't understand you in a position to where majority of people don't like you for snitching, sure, and then you just talk more shit. Like at that point, you really do have it coming.
To be fair, he's
I'm
been
surprised it
egging
took
on
this long.
gang members. So, and obviously I'm not ain't from the streets either. But the Latin Kings caught him slipping.
Nah,
Yeah.
I think like if you're 6ix9ine, you gotta be like next level stupid to go like in a common area like that with like no security or nothing. Like when you made your whole career off of antagonizing people, like you can't be shocked when niggas come through and hit a lick on you or some shit. Like you gotta be dumb.
Here's the thing:
Yeah.
he had security, but after they jumped in, his security came in like, "What happened?" It's like, "Nigga, they got me."
Did you guys see did you guys see that really bad self-defense tutorial guy came out of hiding to do his 6ix9ine video?
Hilarious.
That low-key reminds me. Did y'all see the video of Drewski falling on stage?
Bro, yes.
And
Nah, that was
he's like, my
Did he break
fucking
his ankle?
punk ass bodyguard. Why you ain't catch me, nigga?
Did he break his ankle though? I didn't see if he did or not. That shit looked like it broke.
I don't know if he broke it, but he seemed. I did see him follow up. He's like, I don't know who, but I'm suing the fuck out of somebody.
Oh, that's why he tweeted that, because I saw that suing tweet, but I didn't know what it was in reference to.
Yeah, he was walking down some like little jank steps on his stage, or whatever. And he fell and laid himself out. And
Someone said he's in a wheelchair right now. Damn.
That's funny.
As we speak.
By the way, completely unrelated, the people we're playing with right now are the
are
worst gamers of
supreme
all time.
garbage.
They won't pass it.
We're having a pretty good time on Pokemon Unite. If you guys want to hop on over here, because I'm leaving. Alrighty. 2K.
So yo, Af, were you serious about playing League of Legends?
Yeah, I tried it for a little bit. I was playing bots and I was getting my ass beat and I hurt my feelings. So I got
come
So,
on, bro.
yeah, I guess
There's just
Pokemon
no way.
Unite's more your speed.
Yeah, it is. I'm more of a Weenie Hut Jr. kind of guy.
Weenie Hut
General.
Yes, sir.
Nah. I'm actually still trying to give it. I'm still trying to give it a try. The thing I guess that is hard for me is the movement. Like it's just weird. I don't know.
Nah, I get that. It's the same for me.
Yeah.
I mean, the Pokemon Unite has simplified it, right? Because you're using a controller and you can just press the buttons and it's super simple.
Yeah.
League of Legends, it's like mouse click. Fuck. No, I meant to
Nah,
click
more
in
people
this
need to get in
direction.
Pokemon Unite, to be honest, bro.
Plus, you get toddlers on Pokemon Unite.
What got you so
Bro.
engrossed into
true,
this
brother.
game all of a sudden?
You know, that is a good question, Otis. I don't
Like
have
I
an
knew
answer.
I knew you was rocking with it at the start, and then I know you had still been playing it like
I
on the low
thought
key
that
there.
nigga
Jump.
died, bro. Like,
Well,
I
not-
didn't know.
Yeah, jump.
I'm
I
a
know
dick. That's
Afro's
10
still
months, not
playing
9.
a tiny bit here and there.
Thank you for the resub, bud.
Lately,
Appreciate you.
you've been really on that.
I don't know what it was. I think I just had like there was one time a few months ago where I was just playing like at the top rank and I just kept on winning back to back. I looked at my hands, I'm like, oh shit, I'm him. And just I never looked back.
Speaking of him, yo, Thunder, you're him.
What
Called for the
do?
ball or whatever.
Oh,
I made a
Thunder
layup.
game.
I made a layup. Pretty impressive.
Low key weird champ talking about another game that's not Unite. Let's say that. I'm
Oh,
kidding.
one thing I did I posted something in here because I wanted a reminder, but sometime I think it was like last week, someone made like an anime tweet like which one of these controversial events would you have changed in any anime?
Oh,
Yeah, I saw that.
There was like
Kaguya is the only right answer, by the way.
What was it?
Oh,
What
wait.
were all the
I
options?
remember that tweet. It was, I think you quoted it. Didn't you, Afro?
yeah,
I
think
did
so,
quote
yeah.
it. I did quote it.
So
That's why I
like,
gotta
would you
remember.
would you change like Attack on Titan ending, fix the pacing in One Piece, remove Kaguya, Goku permanently dies. Kaguya dies.
Was that one of
Five?
them where it was like Hunter x Hunter? Like Hunter x Hunter never goes on
had no
hiatus?
hiatuses or something like that. Yeah. Me,
I
I'm
think
of the belief.
I was Hunter x Hunter, not the best one. Like, whoa.
Well,
No hiatus.
I'm
not
saying
the
like
best
I'm of the belief that Naruto started to go downhill the moment Kage was introduced. Like the moment they started doing like the whole alien shit, I was like,
Yeah, so the tweet is, which one of these controversial anime events you would want to change or fix? It's no Kaguya in Naruto, a new ending for Attack on Titan, you fix the pacing in One Piece, no hiatus for Hunter x Hunter, Byakuya's death in Bleach, or permanent death in Dragon Ball. And I mean, obviously, most of us here are not One Piece fans, but I've read or watched everything else here, and I mean, for me, that's got to be Kaguya and Naruto. I've discussed so many times how if it isn't for Kaguya in the Fourth Great Ninja War, Naruto goes down as one of the great. I mean, and it is regardless, right? But like one of the greatest of all time. Like I'm defending that series, dying on a hill. I think up to that arc, like it is one of the greatest series ever. It's not without flaw, but that arc ruins not only the story but also Naruto's character. It like kind of contradicts
You're talking
a
about
lot of
Kaguya
stuff.
or the war arc?
yeah.
Well, but Kaguya is a big reason why some of that stuff happens, because it also ruins Madara as like one of the greatest anime villains of all time. Because if it's not for Kaguya, Madara is probably my favorite villain in all of anime. Like I'm not gonna lie, he's
Kaguya
probably
also was like the Trojan horse for all this, you know, all the fucking what are the alien niggas that start introducing they ruined like the state of like where there's like, you know, like how JoJo's kind of like painted themselves into like a corner at some point with all this like, yo, we've gotten too crazy. They're to the point where you can't even do no jutsu because they're just gonna suck it up. Like they've ruined like combat in Boruto. Like that only certain niggas can actually compete on that level.
Now you got Sasuke fighting velociraptors.
Yeah, it's like what's happening?
The thing we all wanted.
No,
All right, guys. Now listen, Boruto's not that bad. Just gonna put that out there.
Anyways,
so I did see Boruto wrap up.
It's really not though. The anime is, the manga is not.
Yes. The manga is just a pile of filler. I watched almost all of it.
That's why it's hard to defend.
In manga?
Wait. I'm saying the anime is
in
a pile
the
of
anime.
filler.
Okay.
But the problem with the anime and the manga is I really feel like the anime is going to contradict itself heavy because they have like fake filler that seems canon, but the manga never acknowledges it. So I just can't believe that it's real. So it's just weird.
Bro, as someone who's in it, it's all filler, bro. It's like over 100 episodes of filler.
That's why it's so hard to actually talk about, let alone defend Boruto's, because it feels like obviously most people are more anime centric or they're talking about the anime, but like, when you read the manga, it's like it's a completely different story. Because like even though the anime is obviously covering the manga stuff, like most of that stuff that's in the anime is all filler, bro. Like we're not talking about the same series of like if you watched it but I read it. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I think there's like maybe right now like 70 episodes that are canon. Out of
Something
like the
that.
200 something episodes.
One thing about Boruto that like is kind of making me kind of dislike it in the same way that My Hero, the Boruto community is a little goofy these days, bro. Like I don't know, it's kind of getting goofy. Well, I don't know a better way to put it. Like I just see so many weird tweets of like people like fishing.
No, I do
you know
shot.
the consensus of Boruto is bad, right? So I feel like in return that created a community that always has to overgas it. But like it's just like these bait tweets, it seems, where it's just so many like, yep, this is better than Goku. Yeah, this guy right now that just got shown the manga better than this guy. This is the best thing of all time, and I feel like there's only like that because of all the hate. But like over hyping because of it, like a counter is just I don't know. It's just so weird. It's like, all right, bro.
I don't think that's a Boruto exclusive thing though. I think that's just a young anime fan thing in general. Because I feel like I see that every other day for Bleach, One Piece.
We see that for Black Clover.
The other day, can I talk about me crying the other day?
Sure.
Talk about it. Why are you crying?
It's related to it's related to Boruto because people kept saying it looked like Boruto. Shout out to my new favorite manga, Kaiju number 8, getting some boof ass fucking character designs for the anime.
It's not looking good, gang.
It's gonna look better in the anime. It's gonna look better on the actual show, bro. The copium is hard, man. You know how bad this copium is? I saw the fucking cutouts in real life, like all next to each other, and I'm like, hey, don't look that bad when they're next to each other. It's the fucking cheerleader effect. They all look bad, but together they look fine.
Okay, but going back to that prompt on Twitter, the correct answers are either Kaguya or the Attack on Titan ending, because I genuinely believe, aside from that ending, Attack on Titan is one of the greatest pieces of fiction like ever written.
Yeah.
I still genuinely really like the OG ending. I didn't see the updated ending.
Look, as much as I don't like Attack on Titans for its bullshit shit that it's doing with the final part and all that crap, I think Kaguya is a bigger offender.
I can't wait until Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan for me.
I agree. I can't wait until Attack on Titan gets old to the point where we can just talk about it freely.
Yeah,
'cause-
and not be fucking pissed. Dude, my brother. This is how I know this like bullshit with the part 3 final -2 exclamation point square root fucking bullshit is annoying. My brother's like, finally, I'm excited to watch the end. The ending's about to come out, and I was like, the fuck you talking about? He's like, yeah, Attack on Titan's ending, and I was like, you're a fucking idiot. There's another episode in like 6 months. And he's like, are you fucking kidding me? And I was like, no. And he's like, yo, fuck this show. Because he just likes to binge shit. And Attack on
I'm a dirty
Titan makes
binger.
it real
Speaking of
fucking hard.
binging, I recently just binged all of Last of Us now that it finished.
Hey.
How was it? I haven't watched it yet.
I love the changes. I think episode 3 might be my favorite episode out of the whole season.
Bill?
That's the Bill.
Yeah.
I love that one, bro.
You know what's crazy is that progresses the story almost none. Like Joel and Ellie
really
needed a
doesn't
truck,
at all.
and then they made that masterpiece.
But the thing is, like, it didn't add to the story, but it helped to like flesh out the world for me.
It did. No, it did a really good job. No, I love that episode. I love that episode of Death. It was just funny because they took what was like part of the story and then they in the game and they made it not really part of the story, but they made a fucking masterpiece for almost no reason. It was
masterpiece.
so good.
But I don't know how the rest of you guys feel, but I feel like if they, because Sony said they want to continue to do this trend of like adapting their games into movies, which is pretty easy because most of Sony games are just cutscenes. But how do you guys feel about The Last of Us and how it's portrayed, and what other shows would you want from like popular series?
I think Last of Us was amazing. I think there are like, I'm kind of glad the way they did it because I think that it gives you like a reason to experience the game story and the show story because they're different enough to where they're not the exact same.
Okay.
But it's also like keeps the same elements of
They're different enough, but the amount of, because I did a playthrough alongside with the show, like I was going through it about the same pace the show was, the amount of one-to-one dialogue and one-to-one like scenery, like they got the settings right so well in so many places. The only thing is they just trimmed a lot of fat in parts where like you're video gaming and just cutting through a lot of zombies and shit. Yeah,
which I totally get. And you don't want to have a firefight in every single episode because then it's just a fucking game and you might as well play it. And there's just so much, you know, like as cool as those actions might be, that's not The Last of Us as much as some people assume it actually is. I think
the games scarred me to the point where like I see them entering certain parts, like, oh my god, are they gonna do hold the water puzzle down here? Are they going to the sewers? Oh, they
There's
just
the water puzzle.
Nah.
Bro, I really like what they did, and the setup of how I feel like the show did a better setup of what happens in 2 than the games.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I don't know how spoiler we want to get, but the references to 2 were really sick. Just like the subtle shit, if you've played the games before, is super, super cool. And the voice actors, the way the voice actors were incorporated into it, like all that was crazy.
Cool. Yeah, like they got,
I haven't seen it, but do you think 1 could possibly make people who didn't like how 2 played out like it more if they do it in the same way?
Yeah, I think Last of Us 2 really suffers a lot from like it being a game. I think if they adapt that into a show, I think it'll be great. I'm gonna be honest.
And also the thing is that like without giving too much away, like the way they set up Joel in the show in the first season, it's like it makes sense why a lot of events in 2 happen. If that makes sense.
They also because when you're playing the obviously like Joel is a man with like many faults in the game and the show, but they kind of give Joel a lot more vulnerability in the show, which I enjoyed.
Here's the reason why. Did you know that in the game the motherfucker's still 36? Or sorry, he's 56 when you're playing the first one?
Yeah.
Oh really?
He's slightly older in the show.
No, in the show he's the same age. In the
what do
show,
you mean?
He's still 56. So in the show and in the game, it's still the same amount of time that passed. Different timelines, because I believe the show started in 2003 rather than 2013. And it made sense, you know, because the global warming bullshit.
As far as I'm aware, I did the math with chat, and there's like he's like 2 years older in the show than he was in the game.
Like, the point is, when you're in the game, you're still playing like if it's a 2-year difference, then it's 54 in comparison to 56, and then by the time fucking the second one happens, he's like 59, 62. So I'm just like, bro, motherfucker is old.
So they've announced for the second one, they said they're not going to like age Ellie. So like I don't think that much time is going to pass between 1 and 2 like they did in the games.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen is because season 2 and 3, and that's gonna cover the second game.
Wait, they're
I
splitting up
think-
season. They're splitting the second
Yes.
game into 3.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And I think that's for the better, because I think what they're gonna do with season 2 is a lot of the flashback stuff that they did in the second game.
Which is what they should have done in the actual game. I don't know. Like, I think it's gonna go over a lot better. The story of Last of Us 2 in this.
I think it's gonna do a little back and forth between Joel, Ellie, and Abby. It's gonna go back and forth, but it's gonna start from like, you know, when they were during the flashback scenes rather than when they were adults.
So somebody in my chat said, "Do you think people are going to bully the IRL Abby actor like they did the voice actor?" No, I think episode 3 scared away most of the weirdos this time. Last of Us 1 wasn't blatant enough that Bill was gay, but the show was, so I think they scared away most of the weirdos who do shit like that.
I feel like
Here's the
I feel like
reason-
Last of Us 1 was pretty clear about Bill. Like,
Oh,
not
they
that-
were, but they like you could kind of put your head down and pretend
Yeah.
it didn't exist if you wanted to be
You could, like,
homophobic
you
about
could-
it.
If you chose to be oblivious, you could find ways to be oblivious.
And then
you know?
other thing too is like, there's no other way. Like, how do you explain the Last of Us DLC then? Like, don't act
Yeah.
like gay people
Yeah.
didn't exist in the Last of Us. Like, what the fuck?
The Last of Us invented
Wait,
gay
people got mad about that because I didn't even know he was gay. People got mad about that.
Yes.
I didn't pick up on that.
Because the thing is, in The Last of Us, the game, it was vastly different
So
than how it was perceived in the show. Because in the game, they're just like, oh yeah, it's like my partner. And in the game, spoiler for those of you who haven't played the fucking first one, but the game is like what, a decade old at this point, if not more.
yeah,
Frank kills himself. But he like hangs himself, and you never see Frank. You never see Frank interact with Bill. But in the show, it's this whole beautiful fucking episode between the two and their whole lives.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
um,
But and is that episode 3 the one that you
So-
guys were talking
yeah.
about?
yeah. There's the
okay,
hint
okay.
at that, and then the DLC, which is a lot more obvious, but a lot less people played the Left Behind DLC. So
I don't remember it. It was a blur, bro.
Honestly, the DLC and the episode were like pretty 1-to-1.
Oh yeah, they were really solid. I'm glad I did a playthrough alongside of it because it was super fun.
Yeah, that sounds like a really cool thing to do, dude.
Which brings me up to the
Alright,
other
let me-
question I was saying. What other shows? Because they already talked about doing Ghost of Tsushima. They want to do like an adaptation for that.
I think is it Ghost a movie? Is it not? It's a movie directed by the same guy who just did John Wick 4.
Ghost was
Yes.
perfect.
Oh,
That's gonna be fire.
That's what I'm saying.
Going
That's
to be
perfect.
fire.
Holy shit. So hear me out on this. This is probably not even in the same bracket of shows of possibility, but this is an idea I had.
Uh-huh.
What about Mass Effect? Do you think Mass Effect could be a good TV show?
Ooh, as a
They
show,
got
I
the
think would be
Trekkies.
better
I'm not
than a
gonna lie. The
movie.
Star Trek niggas, they will.
Yeah,
That's-
low key.
That's
As
a weird
show,
one, 'cause-
it would be
Dick
fire.
ride that.
Well, that's a show about, or not a show. That's a game about choices, is it not? So would that not be kind of weird?
I mean,
It would just be like, this is the different choices they would make. It would probably be a very neutral route rather than a Paragon or a Renegade thing.
Or,
Yeah.
or they could make choices like the choices of whoever the character was. Because obviously nobody wants to have like, oh, this is how the show is, so this is the canonical way this thing's
Yeah,
supposed to go. But
yeah.
you could make like the choices that whoever the actor goes, like you could emphasize, oh my god, why you do this? This is your.
It would be
consequence of
cool.
your actions.
It would be cool if they made a show and there are like references to like the Renegade options. Like
Yeah.
the
I know
Renegade
what they
option
should
I
make
always
it-
think about in Mass Effect 2 is when fucking Shepard grabs the little electric baton and just stabs the fucking dude in the back while he's working on this helicopter thing, and then it's like, have fun, bitch, and just leaves him to die.
I was thinking about the reporter, bro.
I know what they
that
should
was
make a
so
show on.
fast.
The
bro.
reporter. I don't know how they do that one.
You
though.
talk too much.
They should make a show on Halo.
Ooh. Wait, actually, no, that show dropped and I
Starring
didn't hear a
Soulja
peep.
Boy.
Yeah, because it was trash.
Damn. They revealed his face in that show, right?
Yeah, multiple times. And now that you know how the season ended, I'll spoil it for you. Cortana takes over his body, and that's Master Chief.
Ew.
Giga Chad.
Ew. No,
really
they Moon. They announced the God of War show. That's what the other one was.
There's
Like
a
a
God of Wait, there's a God of War show.
God of
yeah,
War
yeah,
show in
yeah,
the same
yeah.
style of The Last of Us, I guess, is
Where
what's
are they
supposed to be
starting
happening.
with God of War
Amazon.
though?
Amazon.
No,
So-
where are they starting-
Where in the plot?
Are they
I-
starting
Okay.
first, or they're going from
I
Hey,
think
Dion.
it's
No.
I think it's 2018.
Yeah, from what I heard,
Aw.
they wanted, from what I understand, like the game guys wanted them to do the original and give them the backstory, but that's not what Hollywood was into or whatever. Like they were like, nah, we got to give them what's popular.
That'd be too
Well,
much as well.
Also, Yeah, I was gonna say that would be way too much. That
was
dude in
the-
the fucking original games was tearing heads off, bro, crushing
Yeah.
skulls. That would be. Too
I was
much.
Like,
just
what?
fighting.
Game of Thrones as a society.
As a
Where's my
society.
talking
Where's my
about?
That's true.
remake of the first 3 in the 2018 style?
But I feel like the old God of War is just like very little story actually takes place besides
feel like
the
they
nigga
can-
being aggressive.
I feel like they can add more to like flesh it out.
Oh,
you know?
100%.
That would be good. Yeah, I couldn't picture it. That's the thing. Just how
Gotcha,
those
gotcha,
games
gotcha.
were played.
Yeah.
Because if you remember in those God of War games, he was traveling. he was not just regularly traveling. People were dying everywhere, left, right, and the third. So how would that? What story could they add in between?
There
Alright,
is
fellas,
a
I gotta get
story.
going.
I mean, there's a reason
Bye,
for
Sai.
his ambition.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.
Well, goodbye, Sai. Dion.
Yo.
Go on.
Maxi.
Dion, I have a question for you. If Moon doesn't have one. Do you have a question for him?
Oh, I
Okay,
was just
so-
saying, what's up? I was just saying, what up?
Oh,
just
oh,
joined.
alright.
He kind of just hopscotched into the conversation so smooth too.
Yeah, well, yeah, bro. I came in, y'all was in the middle of talking, so I was like, I'll pick up when I feel like I.
Oh,
have
well,
something to say.
actually, speaking of God of War, because Afro ain't on this level, how
How
did
dare
you
you.
like the ending of God of War, Dion? And how did you enjoy the?
Wait, what do you mean Afro's not on the level? He hasn't beat it yet?
I
He
have beat
hasn't-
it.
No, Afro has not experienced the secret boss.
I have also
Did
not
that
beat the
too.
game yet.
Oh, that.
I beat that too.
Wait,
Next
you did?
question.
You didn't.
Yeah,
No,
I
you
did.
didn't.
You didn't
Yes, I
stream
did.
it, you
No, you
fraud.
didn't.
I did.
No,
I
you
recorded
You
it.
Who
fraud.
is it? Who is it? Who are we talking about?
The DNA bitch, whatever. Was that not it?
I get-
DNA.
Chad, I'm deafening. Well, I'm not going to deafen. I'm going to mute while they talk about this. I'm going to take off my headset. I have to go to the bathroom really quick. And oh my God, I didn't even realize that was up there. I have to go to the bathroom really quick. And then when I get back, and I'm going to grab my food too. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, BRB.
Yes. Yeah.
bet. I'm gonna peep it.
There's another one too. I don't think I beat though, but I did see the cutscene with
You did
the
worst
send away.
worst.
Yeah. I felt like that was the worst. I did the
Yeah.
cutscene, the send away,
Chat, BRB.
which was cool. That was hot. I love that. I think that's about all I remember. Oh, and then I tried to track down fucking what's his face, the real, I don't remember his name anymore, bro. but-
Tier?
Yeah, the real tier, because he was like all around the world, but like I just kind of I gave up. It's like, all right, this nigga, I don't know where he's at next, bro. Like you good.
Well,
Yeah, that's
I
about
asked Dion. I was asking Dion, but thank you for your thoughts. Afro.
Dang, I had to prove myself. You over here saying I didn't do it. What do you mean? Go on. That's Dion.
Are you
No,
just
fuck
asking
you.
for my thoughts on the end of the game?
Yeah.
I mean, shit was amazing. I honestly, for some reason, thought like there was gonna be more. I don't know why. I mean, I guess it covered everything, but I don't know. In my head, the way people were kind of like gassing it up, and it was rightfully gassed up. I'm not trying to say it wasn't, but like, I guess I just was expecting, I don't know, some more crazy shit. I was like, okay, what's gonna be like that final crazy fucking
What?
twist?
I
don't
do
know
feel
why
like that
I
was
thought
the final boss
Not gonna lie,
fight.
that
I
twist-
do.
No, that ending fucked me. I loved that whole ending.
No, I love the
sequence of
ending.
that
I'm not
game.
even saying I didn't like it, but I don't know why. I think it was because before I beat the game, I had like mad people just saying like, "Oh my god, wait, like I just can't wait to see your reaction to this part, to this
See,
part."
the-
So when they said that in my head, I guess I like subconsciously built up like, "Oh my god,
Right,
the
I get it.
craziest
Gotcha.
twist is gonna happen." But like nothing that happened really like necessarily shocked me. It was more or less like it was a really good ending. But as somebody who's played every single installment of God
Wait,
of
the
War,
tier
on
twist
PSP
didn't.
no, that fucking got me. Yeah, that
Okay,
got me.
okay.
Yeah, that got me. Yeah, that shit
Yeah,
was
so-
nuts.
'cause
I was
I-
more or less talking about like the final boss and like shit
Right.
like that.
I can see that. I guess the way you felt about like that ending is kind of how I felt about 2018. Like I felt like I wanted more out of 2018 that I didn't get. But Ragnarok, I was satisfied, man. I was like, they're fucking great. I love
Yeah,
this
without spoiling for those who haven't beat the game, but like that tier shit was like I was shocked that
Yeah.
bro.
But
One,
then
I
it
was shocked
all
that it
makes
happened.
sense, though. You know?
Yeah, it
what?
did.
Like,
It did.
oh
It did.
my
Because
god.
my whole playthrough was me just like, bro, he on this bitch shit. all
Bro,
the
yes,
time, bro.
dude.
Yeah.
Fuck this fucking. Look, I don't know. Sai's not here, so he won't have to jump to the defense of any voice actors or anything. Because I'm not hating on the voice actor, but like Tyr being 7'5" and sounding like he works an office job always fucking like, bro, that shit always like did not make me feel right, bro. I'm like, you are 7'6", bro, talking like, yeah. So I just clocked in at the office and like,
It's
bro,
not right. like all the time, bro. It's like, get your morals out of here, bro. You are titled the God of
You
War.
are the
Where is
God
it?
of War. Why are you talking like
I
this?
put my blade down a long time ago. Damn, but yeah.
Kratos,
that shit
how
with
could you do
Brock,
that?
The shit with Brock, the shit with Tyr, bro. Sindri being like fucking Anakin Skywalker, bro. Like all
Bro,
that,
that
shit
was
just.
so gas.
My headcanon now is wherever Kratos goes, where the fuck he goes next, I feel like he's gonna encounter like some god or some nigga that's gonna fuck him up, break his chaos blades, and then he just takes the tray. He's like, where are we going? We have to find the smith. And then you just see like Sindri in the cave with his back turned, and then like he's in the shadow and he reveals like, so what else do you want to
Still
take?
talking God of War
I don't-
spoilers.
I don't
I'll
know.
keep my headset
I don't
up.
know if it's just me, but I still like, no matter how angry he was, fucking eyes bloodshot, I could not take him seriously. I'm like, bro, Sindri,
Nah,
you don't get your
facts,
corny
facts,
ass outta here,
facts.
bro.
Nah, facts. Like, bro, the whole 2 games.
Let me know when they get past
he was
that.
like,
He was
what can I
just
do for
like a
you, sir? Oh my
goofy
gosh,
ass-
you shouldn't want to do this. Yeah, head ass the whole time, bro.
The whole
And then all of a
time,
sudden
yeah.
he
Data
went like
mining Dokkan
hardcore.
right now to learn what
Yeah,
it's
he
like.
was just fucking edgelord.
Maybe I'm sipping from the God of War Kool-Aid or whatever, but I bought that shit. I was like, nah,
Excellent.
I
Ooh, I'll
like
bring
it.
that up.
I'm not saying I don't buy it. Like, he's justifiable, but just me, like, putting myself in Kratos' fucking Jerusalem 12s or whatever the fuck he wears, bro. I was like,
Yeah,
bro,
you wouldn't feel guilty?
no, I'm not saying I don't feel guilty. I'm just looking at Sindri. I'm just like, nigga, nobody's scared of you.
See,
But
man,
Sindri.
it's also like what I really liked a lot is that throughout the whole game, you got to see everybody's growth of how like Kratos let go of a lot of shit, Atreus let go of a lot of shit, Freya let go of a lot of shit.
How was your
and then
day?
Sindri just been
Short.
through
I'm
some
waking
shit
up
like,
later
nah,
these days, but
y'all
I need
may
to
have
reset my
grown,
sleep
but
schedule.
I
Isn't
have
that really good?
digressed, and he's just
Yeah.
like, yo,
Yeah, now he's just fucking unhinged now. I guess my thing too was like, I get it, like, again, I'm treading.
Appreciate y'all being out for this beam. So I this one
Everybody
feels a
has
little
beat the
weird.
game. But like there was a whole moment when you wasn't even talking to your brother now, and you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
But that's what
yeah.
makes it. That's what
And
makes
that's
it
what
hurt
makes- yeah.
more.
Yeah, it makes the rekindling of it. Yeah.
Bro, I'm
4:30,
just
Carl,
saying,
goddamn.
Wukong's the only one that has to pull up, bro. That's the only one who could check him, bro. I'm sorry, bro. It gotta be Wukong.
That
I think
would
M
be
knocked on
gas.
my door,
Bro,
assuming
it
I
would
was
be
awake at 3.
amazing. It'll be amazing,
Like
bro.
right at 3.
I want to see that or
Egypt. That's
When
what
I wasn't
gonna
yet, but
say,
that's
they-
partially because I
that was the
woke
one
up.
that
Like
they
I
were
slept for a
thinking
couple
about
hours,
doing
woke up
before
for a
they,
while, couldn't sleep.
went with the Norse
Kind of
mythology.
dicked around on the
Scrap
computer
with
for a while,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
then went
some
back to bed.
shit.
I feel like Egypt is like the one that probably will happen
I
compared
will get to
like,
Ragnarok one of these
anything
days.
else
Wrestling's
would
gonna
be
take
more
over my life for the
surprising.
next little bit, but
Yeah,
we will get to
I don't know.
Ragnarok
I
soon.
think,
Are they still
like,
on God of War
what
stuff?
else will he do?
I don't think
That's my
they're. I don't. They might not even do a new pantheon. Like maybe the new God of War is like Kratos defending, like the Norse mythology or whatever the fuck. Because like he's
Or-
like their leader
Yeah,
now.
because it did kind of hint at something vaguely like that towards the end when he saw
Yeah.
like the people or whatever in the thing. Honestly, man, we should just say like fuck y'all for 5 minutes, spoiler talk, and then we'll come back. Or
No,
then
no,
you
no.
guys
We don't
can
got it.
come
I
back.
mean, but hold on, relax. What
Can
do
you
wanna
still
get
not
into?
upload,
You said
Charles?
it.
It's fucked.
Bro, I haven't said everything on my heart.
Okay, you got shit to say. All
Night
right,
of Wolves, I
Brad.
feel like I
Oh,
got
well,
Shadow of
no,
Mordor out of my
restless, I
system.
just wanna,
This
like-
nigga just
I
need to
wanted
make
to
a whole
take people
video
over and I
talking
did.
about
Yeah, you restless.
You know what I mean? But that shit won't do views. So if I don't talk about it here, I ain't talking about it, bro. I fuck
So
around
let
and
me
talk about
free.
God of War,
Oh,
get
2K
15
on
views
Steam
and
is
get
ass?
sad. Fuck that.
Damn it. Okay, well, I mean, we could a little bit of spoiler talk, chat. God of War. All right, it's been out for a while. It's your fault at this point. All right, go crazy.
Give 1 minute. Look at the time starting right now. Okay. So when he looked at the little thing of all the people cheering for him, I guess like because he got all shocked like, oh my god, like these people love me or whatever in the whatever the fuck. Like that's why I do
1
think it
minute full
could be
spoiler,
another
gotcha,
Norse
gotcha.
mythology. Like, do you think that the next game is just Norse mythology? Like you said, like these people are cheering for him. But I feel like is that even entertaining to watch? And also Atreus, is he just like gone now? Like,
Nah, I think Atreus.
I've never made a
I think
28%
Atreus is
contested
gonna
shot
be,
in my
like,
entire
off
life.
On his own adventure, he'll probably still be in the next game for sure.
do you
But
think,
I think
like just as a cameo, or like do you think he's like sidekick?
I don't think he'll be a sidekick again.
No.
Personally.
Yeah,
he
the whole
could
game was
he could very much well be
That boy
evil
is
in a way, and we
AFK.
might see that on some DLC because there was some cut content.
They're
that I
good. They'll be
saw
done on 1 minute.
Where with the fire giant and the ice, whatever the fuck.
Yup,
So in the cut content, apparently like Atreus had a bar where he kind of manipulated them to like, I forgot what they had to do, but he manipulated them having to what was it,
so,
kill each
yeah,
other or
so-
something? Something
yeah,
had to
so,
happen.
spoiler
there's
talk. By the way,
content.
give us another minute. All right, go ahead.
So when Surtur dies in like the original game, well, not dies, but becomes Ragnarok, in the original story plan, Shredder was supposed to die, and like Atreus was like, "Yo, I think we messed up. We did it wrong." And then what we do now is like, well, we have the other one. So they have.
We
Surtur's
finished
heart,
God of
and
War
they're
soon. I'd
supposed to
probably
go
restart
to
it.
his wife, which I forgot her name. But when they go to
That
her,
shot
and
looks
it's like, oh,
really
my loved
fucking
one is
off.
dead. What happened to him? Atreus lies.
Not on
and
his
says
meter,
that
but,
it
like,
was
the
Odin.
trajectory
And
of
then
the shot
after
to the fucking
he
basket.
buys their story and agrees to do Ragnarok for
This is gonna be like 10
vengeance
minutes?
for
Oh,
her
okay.
fallen lover. Kratos is like,
One
did we
more
do the
minute?
right thing? And Atreus is just like, well, we got what we wanted, right? So it kind of just adds to his
Damn.
deception.
That guy jumped
so
13
I
feet
don't-
in the air.
Who knows? Maybe like next God of War, Atreus actually becomes the fuckhead Loki,
Bro, nah, I couldn't emotionally handle that. Like, if you gotta play as Kratos and like I gotta take this.
He turned that into
I mean,
Yo.
it all comes full circle too when you think about it,
I know, 'cause his
because what
daughter
he
in the
did to
Greek
his dad.
mythology.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Bro, that would be fucking. That.
Nah,
would be
listen, bro,
I don't
listen,
know,
this-
I don't think people would like that. That would be on some like, not the exact.
My red
same, but the
controller's
same
broken,
thing,
I
like,
hate
where
that.
The Last
It's
of
not
Us 2
broken, but,
has,
like, when it's
some
supposed to
awful
rumble,
shit
something's
happen to,
rattling
like,
in there.
characters that you love, and you're just
My
like,
rumble is a
"Holy
rattler."
shit," like I can't swallow that. Like it's the same thing.
Whoa.
If they were to do something like that.
Nah, bro, listen, this was gonna have to happen. This nigga Kratos made a name
That's
for himself.
deep.
Wukong pulls
Okay, I
up.
got that.
Wukong smacks the fuck.
It didn't
out
feel
of Kratos.
contested
That's
at all
the
to me.
intro.
This is
You
a
know what I'm
really
saying?
deep fucking three.
And then maybe the next person on his list to fight would be Loki, and then I don't know, but it could happen. Let's have Wukong. Everybody vote for it. Come on, let's go, please.
I need Kratos to clap Rhea's cheeks and make a new child.
Now I was thinking the
Shit.
same thing throughout the whole game,
man
bro. Like,
updated, I ain't
Kratos,
gonna
if that circle button don't appear above fucking Freya's head in 3 seconds, bro. Give me that quick time event. Holy shit. Now I just feel like I don't know where they could. I honestly don't know where they could go next. Just because, like, let's say even if like
The rattle
Wukong
makes it
does,
special.
show up and slap him, then like. Do you think it ever gets
Otis got
redundant?
that.
Because then what?
Oh
It's the
my
same
God,
thing,
he
like,
fucking got
I
that.
want vengeance, but I'm trying to change.
I don't think he had it that hard.
I
Where
don't know.
can they go after
I
this
feel like
next one?
for me, I think like Kratos finally being like loved and accepted or whatever. I think it would be a big misstep if they like throw him into another pantheon.
That's what
I
I'm
think-
saying. Yeah.
I think he deserves to rule as somebody who's like loved and beloved by like the people underneath
But does that
him or
mean there's
whatever.
no more God of Wars? Because then, like, where's the contention?
Well, I think
Well, no, that's what I'm
This
saying.
is
Well,
why
what
we
if
need someone
what if
who
an-
visits his
No, no, no.
pantheon.
Yes,
yeah, another
yes.
threat comes
Yes.
into. Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
was
and
gonna
he,
get.
yeah,
at.
yeah.
so that's what you were saying earlier. So
Yeah.
then, like,
Okay.
he's the protector defending the North.
Right.
And honestly,
exactly.
it would be like a whole cycle for him because one, he was like he's craving war, and another one where he's like, trying to avoid war, and war finds him while he's trying to like.
Okay, somebody tried to tell me God of War
build
was over,
His success,
but
in
that
his
was just a
pantheon,
blatant
so
lie.
I could see that.
Damn.
At the end of the day, it's God of War. So either way, if he's looking for it or he's trying
somebody
to like,
just lied through their
prevent
teeth
it,
into
war
a
don't
chat to
find
me
him,
right
you
now.
know?
This is
for
a
some reason.
random question too. What do you guys think a God of War game can exist without?
Are you
And
fucking
I
kidding me?
don't,
Did I catch the ball wrong?
But do you think a God of War game can exist like without Kratos, or with
Fuck
somebody
no.
else being
Fuck
the
no.
the
I'm not
primary?
gonna lie.
Because it almost
Fuck
felt
no.
like through the game they were trying to build up like Atreus.
I
is gonna be,
jumped
like,
up and
the
rebounded,
best,
so they said out of
that,
bounds.
that
Like,
nigga could have his own game called the God of Mischief. You not touching. If
Yeah,
if
no,
the God of-
facts.
If the God of War game has me
I
playing as
agree.
Atreus, I'm killing myself. So
Bro,
I
that
agree.
Atreus gameplay wasn't it, bro. When I couldn't punch through the
yeah,
fucking
Disagree. I
chest,
thought it was fire.
I couldn't
thought
punch through the
Atreus-
chest, bro.
it was all right, but like it was cool. But I think it
What up, Cover Name? How you
overstayed its
doing?
welcome.
A little
Especially
bit,
when
a little
you're
bit.
in the Ironwood section. Oh my god. That
Oh
was so
yes,
long.
bro. Fucking
I know
hell,
we
dude.
all had a sigh of relief when we finally had Kratos. It's like, thank you, Daddy's back.
Yes.
I thought like combat and shit with Atreus was pretty cool, but yeah, some of the shit did overstay its welcome. But
You know,
the
I think-
combat,
I think
like
it was
it
needed
felt
too,
different.
'cause-
I think they threaded the needle very well because it is risky as fuck to like have you play as somebody else in a god. Like that's the first God of War game in the 6 or whatever. Because people say, oh, 2018 was God of War.
I can't
4.
wait to be with my
Not really.
friends
It was
again.
like God of War fucking 6 or 7 or some shit if you include.
I don't
the
know why
PSP
I'm
games.
guarding their
But this is the
3-point
first
legend.
game that you ever, you play as somebody other than Kratos. So like it was super risky, and I think with all the kind of like stakes on the line, they pulled it off really well.
I think that in terms of all those Sony games that make you play as somebody else, like The Last of Us 2 or like Spider-Man,
Is their minute over?
God of War was easily the best because
Yeah.
playing as all those other people in those other games was not it. But it was fun. It was like it was good in God of War, and Unless it was that Iron One section,
Yeah.
because that shit
Ooh,
lasted
alright.
way too long. But other than that, I didn't mind.
600%
And
coverage
I
shot, man.
appreciate Kratos' gameplay a lot more.
Are there any other games y'all can think of where like at some point in the story you have to play as a side character and it's actually gas? Because the only other game I can even think of for me that I've played, not that I played God of War, which is why I've been so quiet, but I remember back in like Onimusha. I don't know if y'all remember Onimusha, but
Oh yeah, Devil May Cry when you play as Virgil.
Yeah.
okay.
That shit was gas.
I can't think of any other game. I'm
And
not
then
gonna
Devil
lie.
May Cry 4, you play as Nero the whole time, and then for the last half of the game, you switch to Dante. That shit was gas.
Yes. Yep.
That is not my guy.
Bro, Devil
There
May
is
Cry
no
felt like it
fucking
came
world
out of
where that's my
nowhere
guy.
and it
This
was
is my
great. It was
guy.
crazy. They just disappeared when
unblockable.
quiet, bro. Like I don't know.
Devil
The hero
May
we
Cry
needed the most.
So gas. I need a new
Look,
one.
I'm gonna say what's on everybody's
Five rubbed
minds
me
and
the
on
right
everybody's
way,
heart.
man.
Yes,
Which is why
it did.
Which is why I'm waiting for 16 because they got the same niggas behind it and the combat looking reminiscent. I need someone to scratch that itch.
Bro, I'm gonna say what's on
Am I free?
everybody's minds and heart. Okay, when it
I
comes to
think you're
playing
free, you're
different
free.
characters, bro. When it comes to different bro, Donkey
That
Kong
one.
64 needs a goddamn remake, bro. Look, listen, hear me out. I know
Everybody's heart.
Moon, you was hating on that shit. It's on everybody's heart, bro. As a Donkey Kong stan, bro, that game was so fucking good in my memory as a 5-year-old when I played it. I haven't played it since, but Moon has told me that it's. Didn't you say it was?
No,
bad?
Dion, you
Yeah,
missed
but
it. Dion,
it's just go ahead, Thunder.
I was just gonna say, Dion, look at squad chat. Julian just gave me a link to a mod that makes it to where you can switch Kongs on the fly, which fixes a lot of DK64.
My issue
Yo?
with Donkey Kong Country is that
Donkey Kong Country.
There's a-
You mean 64?
yeah, same shit. There is like a balance for collectathons, and usually this day and age, they want to overload you with the collecting shit, and it's just not fun.
Yes.
It's tedious. It's not fun.
Yeah, again, I haven't played it since I was like 5, but that's literally probably the first game that I like can recall playing consciously when I was a kid. So I think that's why I have so much bias towards it. But if they did because this is the fucking era of remakes. Remake that shit in like, because as far as I'm aware, aren't all Donkey Kong games like Donkey Kong Country style, like side scroll type? And I don't hate that, but like I want like a 3D open world like type shit.
Man, we haven't got a Donkey Kong game since Tropical Freeze, bro. What's going on?
Is
I'm
Donkey
not-
Kong not?
Donkey Kong fell off, bro. Let's
No,
keep it a buck.
No.
Chill.
Tropical Freeze, one of the best platformers ever made, bro. You need to
Bro, but we haven't got another one for a reason though. I don't know why. What the reason?
It's Nintendo. That's the reason.
64 yet, bro. If
Yeah,
they want some fucking success,
that's
listen
not-
to me.
That's not Donkey Kong's fault. That is Nintendo's fault because first of all, I feel like Nintendo's kind of been like huddling up and focusing on their IP that I guess makes them money. So they're only going to focus on the Zeldas, the Marios, the Splatoons, whatever's bringing them money. So they're not going to do F-Zero. They're not going to do a Donkey Kong. We're lucky.
But I feel like Donkey Kong is on a higher. I don't know, maybe just for
Yeah,
me personally.
I
than
trust you.
Zero.
I enjoy Donkey Kong games way more than Mario games because they have a way of challenging you, which I enjoy.
Yeah.
But who knows? And not to mention, before they had Rare that made those games, and now it's kind of like Retro Studios, which is also their Metroid studio that did that. So they're kind of like doubling up. So
Yeah.
who knows? That's tough.
Donkey Kong wash, bro. Let's keep it a buck.
Oh, and we were talking about
Relax.
TV shows. I feel like if you got the exact opposite people who made Halo, you could probably have a pretty bitchin' Metroid TV show.
Oh yeah,
Probably, yeah.
a lot of the people that worked on Halo, I believe, worked on Metroid Prime, which is pretty cool.
Yo, Dion,
Huh.
Mm.
you ever heard of this game called Pokemon Unite? I don't think we ever talked about this.
Bro, I ain't playing that shit.
All right, my fault.
My fault.
I was gonna put you on to something crazy, but
Put you
not
on.
everybody ready for blessings, bro.
Put him
me
off.
on, bro. You about to put me on to some.
Bro, it's
on.
all right, bro. Yeah, just remember this is you blocking your own blessings, bro.
Yeah.
That's not me.
I guess
I'll
just to-
pass.
I guess just to wind back, because I guess we were like gone for a bit. The only other story, which I'll probably hand off to Afro to speak on this, is what the fuck is going on with Sneeko and what's the dude? Moist?
I don't know.
Where is all right, Omega? You're our next white
Oh my
content creator
God.
correspondent.
Omega got that because,
we
bro, I
not-
stopped paying attention to that shit once Aiden started doing other shit, bro. That Aiden and Kai were like the main two people I watched that were connected to that shit. Then Aiden went on Kick and just hit the weirdo button, and then I mean I just
How are
kind of
they
stopped watching
connected to
Kai a
that
little
shit?
bit. It's just
Or you
it's
just-
in that sphere. I don't know. It's like the more I would look at
It's a
Aiden shit or
bigger-
whatever, the more those niggas would pop in my shit. That's just how it happened, bro.
Gotcha.
But go on, Moon
Okay.
Omega. Sorry.
So pretty much, as far as I'm aware, Sneeko gets banned on YouTube or whatever, and like for the next like couple months, he's constantly like tweeting, posting on Discord, on his streams or whatever, talking about like, oh, he has like this graphic was like, oh, all these people are the people that like were instrumental in my cancellation, like fuck these guys, like all that, and Critical was one of them. And eventually, like, I guess after poking and prodding for so long on Twitter, Critical is finally like, okay, I'm kind of sick of this bullshit. So then he replies to him on Twitter, calling him a spineless coward and a bitch and all that other bullshit. And a cuck, having a tit for tat on Twitter or whatever the fuck. And then like Sneeko does this thing where he has like a picture of all the people that have quote unquote like advocated for his cancellation, and he's waving around guns and doing all this shit, talking about how he got clips and all that. And then Critical makes, I'm not gonna lie, Critical makes what is probably
Bro,
the
that
best
response
diss
was
video
so fucking hilarious, bro.
Yeah, he makes the best like diss video I have ever seen. And in the middle of it, like I guess niggas just forget that, you know, Critical is Florida man #1. He brings out like some fucking M16s and guns or whatever, and it's like, yeah, those aren't clips, you fucking moron.
These are mags.
And he's like fucking
And he's, like,
unloading
showing
his
the
gun,
gun,
and, like,
yeah.
doing all this crazy shit. And it was just like, damn, I'm not gonna lie, Critical
But it's
kinda
like
got a
in his
big-ass dick for
monotone
that.
cadence, that shit just
Yeah.
made it so funny to me. He was like,
he bodied
"You
the
stupid
shit
fuck. These are mags, not clips." And he's just like pulling out the gun. Bro, I was fucking dying. I was dying. Holy shit.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Critical
If
pretty
there's-
much embarrassed him.
If there was any rumor about me getting cucked, there is no way I'm raising my voice to anybody on it.
Bro, okay, but I'm pretty sure like he said that shit. He
No,
said
he
he did
did.
happen, right? Like
Yeah, he did. It was on.
Oh, yeah, he
it was
could-
on
No.
Agent and Lowe's podcast or whatever.
Sneeko was trying to convince people that that was like cool and alpha male to watch your girl get fucked in front of you or something like that. Like that was his whole, that was like his whole shtick. Was he was
Nah,
trying to
that's
convince people, he was like,
crazy,
no, you guys
yeah.
don't understand, bro. You just gotta watch your girl get fucked in front of your
Yeah,
face.
he-
It's so good.
Because like he was talking about how it was awful, he was crying and stuff, and then he was like, I actually recommend everybody do it at least once. And then the other like Agent and Lowe were just looking at him like, bro, what? Like, no, we not doing that. Like, what the fuck?
Yikes.
Yeah, man.
That's y'all, nigga. Well, I'm not talking to like people in chat, but I'm just like the people that do like that's your mans.
I don't understand how you can get off saying like you're an alpha male and
That was where I
you've
was gonna
gone
go with
cucked.
it.
yeah,
That was where I was gonna go
That's
with it because like
crazy.
it's one thing if that happened to you, like damn, that's fucking tough. But if in the same breath you're like preaching that you're alpha and shit like that, bro, you watch your girl get fucked by someone else. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
And
You
as far
Riley
as I'm
boys.
aware,
You're not
I'm
in
pretty
that
sure it
sphere.
happened multiple times too. Like it wasn't just once.
Okay, to the guy who said I'm glad I avoid most of Twitch, this is a YouTuber and kick streamer, just so we're abundantly clear.
Bro. Riley
shit.
voice. That's not alpha. That's
bro, I'm getting cooked, bro.
Hey, same.
Hey, bro.
Oh, that's the worst pass I've ever made.
Yeah, Sneeko,
Is
bum-ass
anyone in
nigga.
here? This is a little off topic, and by a little I mean completely, because this has nothing to do with getting cucked. The Dragon Ball Super card game, that beta is going on. Did anyone else get into the closed beta?
Oh,
Nah,
I didn't even
wish.
know.
Yeah, I wish I had known about it. I actually would have liked to try it out because I'm kind of interested in getting into that game when it does release, and I might even want
Lotus
to like.
only watched my videos. You
curious.
would have known about it. Yeah, that would have
Well,
been
no,
crazy if you would have known
listen,
about it.
first of all, I do watch your videos. I just don't watch every single one. That's another thing too, is that like I still watch squad videos, but just not every single one. First of all, it's
Yeah,
too many
that's
of you
much.
niggas.
Too much. Yeah, true.
It's too many of you niggas. Plus, I also do this shit full time, so like.
kind of hard to support all my
It
homies.
works.
Hey, I didn't
Right.
even- yeah.
Nah, but
I
like
got
that's like I know he's also kidding, but that is something I genuinely do be feeling bad about sometimes, is because like I know I got so many people who rock with me, whether it's like a homie that's in this server or like in the squad server or just like regular viewers of the stream or whatever and shit. And it's like I be having streams that I want to like pop out to and like hop in chat or like, you know what I'm saying, I want to look out and be on people's videos and drop a comment, whatever. I also got like all my own stuff, and I just feel like I can't be getting back to every single person. It's like, damn, I hope people don't feel no type of way of like, I be supporting Lowe's, don't be supporting me. And it's like, that's not how it is, bro. I promise. There's so many people I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, but yeah.
No,
Come
I
here,
feel that.
bro. Come here.
I
I'll be
do
down
everything
with
in silence. I'm not gonna lie. I don't comment. I don't chat.
Me neither.
So here's the thing, right?
Me
I
neither.
am a lurker in most places. The thing is though, there are just certain people who I feel like they are outspoken or vocal in their support of me. So I'd be wanting to return the favor sometimes, but I'd be feeling like I can't get back to everybody who do that, because you know, as you continue to grow, that number of people only also continues to grow. So it's just, you know.
I
Yeah.
lurk on Twitch mainly. Like I'll maybe make a comment, but I never talk in Twitch chat like ever.
Well, you're you, so I don't blame you. It's like
What does that mean?
Bro, the
You're-
only
no,
time,
no, 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 no.
bro, the
You're-
only time Afro ever spoke in my chat, like literally the first and last time, was saying, "Can you mod me?" Like,
Yeah,
2
I wanted
weeks
to
ago.
talk.
I said that because you're AfroSenju. That name means something on the internet. If especially if it's in like a smaller chat, like if you pop in that chat, all of a sudden the stream's all about you, which is the same reason why
Hey,
I
bro,
don't
why you
speak in.
dick riding? I'm joking. I'm joking.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, because
Pretty
it's the same with you.
clip.
Because it's the same shit as to why I don't talk in certain streams. Because I know if I do, then it's just like everyone wants to talk to me instead of the streamer, and that's just whack.
Nah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't look at it like that. To be honest, I said that twice, but it's more so like
How honest are we?
I don't know.
For real?
I'd rather like I think I'm just used to watching shit how I watch YouTube. Like I just want to sit back and watch whatever the fuck someone's doing. Like
That's fair.
that's it. I'll talk sometimes, but I only got like 3 things to say, and that's about it. But yeah, nah, I gotta every homie stream I go to, and I'm like, why don't I have a fucking sword? I gotta ask for the sword. That's just,
You ain't gonna type. You ain't gonna see it.
bro, I
We
don't
continue
care.
to
I need
unmod
have
Afro.
it.
He will
I
continue
need
to chat in our
have it.
streams.
I hate when I get segregated when someone wants to put slow mode and it's just like even though I'm not typing, I feel like I'm hit too. I don't want to be hit with that, bro. Like I just need to be above it all. I'm sorry, that's just it.
Only
This is,
time Afro talks in my chat is when he wants me to play VR chat.
That's so true. I'll be like, I'll make a VR chat. You're like,
anytime I
I
see
don't
this
want it,
nigga-
bro. Come on, I just donate.
Anytime this nigga gives me subs, I'm like, great. I guess I'm playing VR chat today.
Yo,
Oh,
Afro,
fuck.
how's the new place, bro?
It's great, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I do feel a tad bit out of place because this is like mad families around and shit. And
For real? Hey, bro, you're safe now, bro.
You trust
Yeah,
our family?
I guess
No,
that's what people are trying to make me feel like, bro. I remember I pulled up on this dude's backyard because a lot of the dudes in my area just hang out in each other's backyards and shit. And
Yo, so
the
when's the
dude asked
housewarming
me like,
party?
how was your kid, boy or girl, whatever. I'm like, oh, I just got a dog. We just started talking about like football, game, taxes, economy.
Wait, just how
like,
old did they
government.
think?
Are you in a white
How old did
suburb,
they think
Afro?
you
What are
were
you
to where they
doing?
just assumed you had a kid?
Bro, like everybody there everybody's in there is in their 40 or 50s for one, and then for two it's just like it's just next to a school, so many people that move there are moving
makes
there
sense,
for
I
the
guess.
benefits of
That's how,
being
that's
next to
how it
school.
is where I live, but I actually have family. But like I
Yeah,
can
you
see,
fitting in.
like people look at me like I'm crazy. Not like I'm crazy, but like the people who like live in my neighborhood, they're like my kids are, or like my son's as old as you are, and like shit like that. So it's like, thanks,
Damn.
man, cool.
Yeah.
What the fuck you want me to say to that?
Nah, it's fire though. Look, once you go to a house, you're just never going back. I'll never be in an apartment again, bro.
So you're in a house?
It's great.
I never asked that.
Yeah, I'm in a house. Yeah. The guy said after, because I signed a lease, I wanted to move immediately. Like the random other place was just like disgusting. If I told you the number, you just wouldn't believe I was there for as long as I was. And
Bro, you wanted that view and shit, bro.
well,
I
the
would've
view
been
was
too shocked.
amazing when I first got there, but then they had new management, and those people just raised that shit like 4 times over, bro. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's why it's best to, if you can, at some point, instead of renting, because if you get a fucking mortgage or whatever, you just locked in, and then you don't have to worry about price increases and shit like that.
Yeah, you're right. I'll get on that.
Buy to own, brother.
To the people in chat who keep telling me you can't forget about the Kanye Jonah Hill stuff, yes, we can. That's not a story.
Yeah,
It
Nothing
really
happened.
isn't.
There's nothing.
I don't.
There's
Well,
nothing to talk about there.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm out of the loop. What's that about?
I made an Instagram
Bro,
post where he was like, "Yo, I watched 21 Jump Street. I don't hate the Jews anymore." Okay, like it was a stupid ass post. We don't care. Move
What?
on. We talked about it. Cool.
Kanye's opinion has
did
not
we-
mattered
did you guys
in a
already talk
while.
about it?
Like,
No, there's nothing to talk about there.
Yeah,
It's a dumbass post.
I'm good
Yeah,
on
just-
Yadolf.
Just
Yeah.
Kanye doing
Yeah.
Kanye shit.
In general, like Kanye being talked about, I'm just over seeing the media posts. Like this is tiring.
There's a couple people I'm tired if I start seeing them trending. Like I just don't care.
Oh, did you guys talk about All right, I want to know you guys' take. Did you see what happened to 6ix9ine?
Yeah, we did
yeah.
talk about that. We did talk
Briefly,
about
you
that.
wanna, what's your thoughts? I guess.
I'm just
I was
surprised
just
it
gonna
took that
say
long.
like I was just gonna say that I'm not like a fan of 6ix9ine, but like that's some bitch shit, bro. Like I don't
Jumping a
know.
nigga?
Like, he just, jumping him. And not only that, like, bro's just trying to work out at the fucking. I'm not saying he's innocent. Like, it is what
We
it
all know
is,
6ix9ine would never do some bitch shit. Go on, Dion.
That is true. That is true. That's a good point. But I don't know. Just seeing that, as somebody who's been working out lately, bro, if I get off the Stairmaster, bro, and somebody beat my ass after I get off the Stairmaster,
You maxed out? Yeah, I don't know.
That handicap is crazy, bro.
Oh my God.
Come on, man.
I
And
feel
then-
like I don't know. I don't have any sympathy for him. I feel like he made his whole career off of antagonizing people.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
you get what you deserve at that
I'll
point.
say
Yeah,
in
that's
general,
why
I'm
I'm-
against.
Yeah, it wasn't
people
just a
getting
regular
jumped,
dude who
but
got beat up.
It's
That
really
is
You
true.
can't do
That
that
is true.
and be dumb enough to be out in public in the wild like that.
Yeah,
Like that. It's
like-
that combo
without
specifically.
security or anything.
Especially
he kind of
knowing
brought that
you're
on.
you're a snitch too. Like no,
Yeah.
bro. Like
Yeah.
I that's why like am I like happy this nigga got his ass beat? No, I don't give a fuck. I don't know that nigga, but I don't feel bad for him because
Also,
Yeah.
it
Speaking
is
of-
what it is.
Speaking
That's
of
tough.
people, I'm tired of seeing like trend on Twitter always being talked about. I have like Krishan, Blueface, like all.
Bro,
those
do we
people.
ever talk about them? I don't think we ever talked
care.
about them.
I don't even know what is it. I don't know anything
I would,
about
I would
them.
say I'd rather
It's
not.
just them, bro. It's just them.
They just messy. They just some fucking. They
That's
just.
the best word. I was trying to think. I was over here thinking like, what's the best word to describe that?
It's just
but
messy.
that's the best
It's
word.
just a
Yeah.
bunch of messy bullshit, bro.
All right, but do you think do you think Blueface really loves
have
this
no
woman?
Nigga, this ain't
I
the
don't
shade.
think-
Come on, bro.
dog.
Get a thought, bro. Come
I
on,
will
bro.
leave this podcast.
What, bro, brother, bear?
Competitive sex.
I'm
instead?
saying.
That's a more interesting post.
Crazy. Hold on. Moon, speak.
All right, bet. So I don't know if you guys saw on your timeline, but apparently there is going to be a pay-per-view 1v1 match between, I guess, known porn star King Nasir. You may have seen his work.
I have. Big
Going
fan.
up against a Ghanaian actress. Allegedly, she said she has never come from sex, and he has vowed to make her
Okay.
come. So there will be a 1v1 match. Now, my next question is, Afro, do you want to be in the undercard?
Anyway, no, I have a serious question about this though, right? So
I'm calling you out, dog. Come on, me and you.
G Master, thank you for the 50.
I
How
have
you
a
doing?
serious question about this though, because I read that tweet when it popped up.
Yeah,
And I was like, okay, so this is like the woman is also an adult actress, right?
yeah.
And she's claiming that she's never once orgasmed. I
Yeah.
feel like if you're an adult, like you do this by profession, right? And out of however many dozens or possible hundreds of other actors you have worked with, that has never happened for you.
I think
Are we
for
not?
them,
Are we not
it's-
sure that you don't just have like some sort of like
Well, I think-
issue going
I think-
on?
Yeah,
I
and
think for
also,
them,
you
it's-
never
it's
know if
more
they just
work than
lying.
pleasure. Like
No, for sure, right? But I don't know. I am, and not that I'm the most knowledgeable on this world of film. So it's just maybe I just feel like as one of those workers, you would think at some point at least
At
once.
least once. Yeah.
Never. I just find that surprising and kind of hard to believe.
Rob's
Yeah.
back on the floor. Another rough day at work.
That I feel like my whole thing with that is like you could just lie. Like it could happen and then you could just be like, didn't happen. No pickles. Like, bro, like
No pickles.
No
She's hiding-
pickles.
She's hiding pickles under her baby.
Come on, man.
Bro, I'm here for this competitive. Competitive sex is hilarious.
You gonna be
bro.
watching, bro?
I'm broke.
Look,
I'm
You
look,
might just have to. You
Moon.
gotta see how the sport's gonna evolve, bro.
Moon.
If I
gotta
go
watch it.
on Twitter and see Moon live tweeting about like this shit, like the round for round, yeah, I think
the-
you guys
like a
should
celebrity
round.
boxing fight,
If
like
I
a
have
Jake
to
Paul
sit here
back.
and watch you guys tweet about Jake Paul,
Yeah.
you don't see me on the
Alright.
timeline.
Look,
Alright,
man,
brother.
man,
You
man,
ain't
man.
never seen me tweet about it.
Casual
Fucking
sex
Stephen
is
A. of this
casual
shit.
sex has been around for millennia. So it's about time we got
friendlies,
ranked
nigga?
competitive sex.
You mean
That's facts.
friendlies? Casual sex.
Casual sex has been around for millennia. It's about time we got ranked competitive sex in here. So
Unranked
Need the
sex.
leaderboard. That's funny, bro.
Oh my fucking
Get my
god.
stats up.
man.